Aren't you glad you're here? Potential disputes, reserving to meet regulatory requirements, not easy when we have to put away money for things like IBNR. In other words, claims that have happened but we don't know about them, incurred but not reported claims. We've got to put that way. We've got to keep the reserves aside to make sure that we meet the requirements of the state. And for rating, my gosh, how do we rate these things? We don't even know. You know, we don't have an idea. We can try to do what we've done with flood insurance and what we've done with terrorism. And we have said, oh, we can't deal with that. Federal government, you're going to have to step in and tax the rest of the world to pay these things because we don't want to deal with it. And that's the way I feel about it. Think about it a minute. In terrorism, no insurance company had collected 1 penny of premium for reserves for terrorist attacks on property. Not 1 penny had been reserved. We had the attack, and I don't care where you're from, $45 billion is a lot of money. But we were still here in 2002. We were profitable, and we kept going. So I think the thing is, we really need to define what we need. Do we really need the federal terrorism act? It's been, think about it. Let's assume we put in a very small load into commercial property premiums to cover terrorism. Right? Let's see, that was, what was that? 14 years ago? What if we had another attack now? How much money could we have aggregated over 14 years to cover the property? I'm not worried about the property. I'll tell you what I am worried about. Biologicals and dirty bombs. That we really need to be thinking about that. We have to make sure we understand the risk and then exclude from cover if that's necessary, which is what we did with terrorism on commercial policies. Provide cover under existing injury or damage occurring basis and hope for the best. Well, that's not really a good idea. Provide cover on a claims made basis or other form of cover such as occurrence first reported. So, we certainly have the tools, but we can't if we just ignore these issues that are coming. Guess what? We have drones now. Sir, can I ask you a question?
Surely.
Did you own a drone to play with when you were a boy? You did?
Yeah.
And how popular was it? So here's a question. Yeah, the ability to do that has been around, but it has never had the popularity or the ability to fly. Those things that you flew were line of sight. What happened when that thing got out of your sight? You had no idea. So it was line of sight. But these things